So, hello everyone, and welcome to this session that focuses on staking and restaking using your Safe Wallet and Figment as the underlying staking provider. My name is Artiona Bogo. I lead sales engineering at Figment, and me and my team, we work very closely with Figment client prospects who are more on the channel business. So you can think of exchanges, custodians, qualified custodians, self-custody solutions that somehow need to integrate staking into their offering and allow their users to reap staking rewards. So today I thought, since we're at SafeCon, that I would do a side of a live demo for how you can actually stake your ETH held in a safe wallet with Figment. That I would also guide you through, some of the thinking that perhaps you could do whenever you need to decide with whom you actually stake. As there are right now several staking providers out there that provide staking services, and often we just say that staking provides risk-free premium. However, you need to work with the right partner to actually get that risk-free premium, as obviously there are associated risks with staking, such as slashing risk and basically risks that are associated with the way that the validator manages the keys and runs the underlying infrastructure. So super important for you to actually get some more visibility and transparency into how we actually run that underlying infrastructure. And yeah, for those of you who may have not heard of Figment, we are the leading institutional, but also retail-focused staking provider, the ones that actually provide a complete staking solution for everyone, with more than 500 institutional clients and many more retail users that stake out of any wallet that you can think of. We support staking across 35+ networks with a huge focus on new networks, like what has launched most recently. You can think of Celestia, Zeta Chain, Sui, Aptos. These are already a few months back, but we are also going to support new chains like Bira Chain, live with stocks as well, currently Babylon Chain and others. You can find more info on the upcoming supported networks of Figment. We currently have more than 15 billion of assets under staked with us, which is a great testament to the users' trust and belief in Figment. Yeah, and happy to get more of you on board to stake with us. And yeah, we are spread all over the world. I'm based here in Berlin, so it's a special honor and pleasure to be here at SafeCon to talk more about what I do all day long. So yeah, without any further ado, perhaps let's kick it off with a live demo. If you have your Safe Wallet with you and you want to play alongside me, feel free to do so. There is a caveat to what I'm going to demo as of now. You need to have more than 32 ETH. However, stay tuned for some cooler updates that are coming down the road that would allow you to stake any amount of ETH with Figment out of a Safe Wallet. So I'll proceed with the other mic. What I'm going to do right now is, first of all, go to my Safe Wallet. Because for this demo, we're going to use Holesky for testing, as mentioned. You need to have 32 ETH, so I currently don't have that on my Safe Wallet. I will use an unofficial deployed version for Holesky Safe, provided by Protofire, so you could do that as well. This is my wallet in Safe. And what we're going to do is that we will use the Figment app to trigger staking from, and then we will use our Safe Wallet as a signer, right? So basically, during the process of staking, we will instruct the Figment app to use the funding address, that is the Safe Wallet, to initiate a deposit call into the official Beacon contract, right? So this is my Safe Wallet, and on a separate window, I have my Figment app. As mentioned, you can sign up at app.figment.io. This is the dashboard. It's a single-stop shop for anything concerning staking. Ethereum and Solana and more protocols in the future. You also have a validator summary here, how many of your validators are activating, how many are active, how many are perhaps exiting at the moment. We've never been slashed ever since launching from 2018. And you have a holistic view of your Ethereum staking rewards here. You can drill in, you can also generate reports if you need so. But yeah, so without any further ado, let's maybe kick off the staking process. You need to go here under stake, and because I'm going to test with Holiski, I need to choose the network here, Ethereum Holiski testnet, and we'll connect to my Safe Wallet. We'll use a Wallet Connect for that, and we'll pair the Figment app with this Wallet Connect code. I am connecting to my Figment app right now. And then I also need to connect to my MetaMask, as I'm using that as the underlying signer. For now, for this demo, just to keep it easy, I'm using only one signer. This is my Safe Wallet, as mentioned. Now I can, since I'm connected, I can proceed with the stake operation. I'm going to stake 32 ETH for now. You can see here that the wallet was, hold on, let me maybe show this. You can see that the wallet, the address was correctly detected, ending in EA4. We'll click stake. I can choose, I have the option to choose where do I want the validator to run, in what region. Currently, Figment supports Canada and Ireland. Not every staking provider gives you this option. Actually, you may not even know where the underlying validator sits. Sometimes for tax reasons, for reporting reasons, certain clients want the validator to be located in a certain region. So we have exposed the ability to choose the underlying region. In case that is interesting, I'm going to choose Ireland for now, since we're in Europe, but you could also choose Canada. We'll go on next here, and you also have the option to, while staking, to choose whether you put restaking on as a feature. This means that you would be eligible for AVS staking rewards. Right now, AVS rewards are not live in the network, but whenever they are live, from a protocol perspective, you will see those flowing in as well if you turn this on. Actually, let me have restaking on for this demo. In the next step, we'll see that there is an eigenpod address which is detected here. Because I actually tested once with a Safe Wallet, what you would see if I had not done this test before myself is a deploy eigenpod function. What is this? When you restake your ETH, your validators are mapped to an eigenpod, and there is a one-to-one mapping between the withdrawal address and the eigenpod. And what it is that it's where your consensus layer rewards will accrue. Usually, if you don't have restaking on, normally as following the protocol rules, all consensus layer rewards accrue at the withdrawal address, and those are swept on a regular basis. If you have restaking on, those will be going to a smart contract address, which is the eigenpod, and that would be a dedicated eigenpod to you only, right? Because I already deployed this eigenpod, you already see it here, but as mentioned, if I hadn't done this, you would see a deploy eigenpod function that would trigger and would instantly provide you, almost instantly, right? It would be a function call anyway, so you would then see the respective eigenpod address displayed right here in the Figment app. So for now, I'm just going to say next. You need to confirm that where the execution layer rewards are going, so that must be an address that you own and control, because this is where all MEV and tips end up, so it cannot be the eigenpod, it must be the address that you control, and you can see in this case that it is actually the safe wallet address. And then this is basically it, as easy as next, I think 2 or 3 times, and giving you the choice to pick between the options. I will now confirm stake, and this will trigger a signing transaction in my safe. I should now see that I received transaction that I need to sign. I'll execute this. This is now being confirmed on-chain. As I mentioned, I had MetaMask as my signer, so I need to confirm from my MetaMask as well. The transaction is now processing. I tested yesterday. Holesky was playing nice, so I hope it doesn't take a long time. But yeah, this should finish in a bit, and we'll then see that this is basically it. In the Figment app, we'll see a success confirmation, making the entire process so smooth. So what is happening now in the backend is that a validator is being spun up with the respective deposit data, namely the withdrawal address, which in this case is the eigenpot address, and then deposit data root and the necessary parameters to call the official beacon contract. There was a time error, probably Wi-Fi related, so let me take a look at what's here. I think the wallet disconnected, so we can try that again. We can try to do that again. And if not, I will have to switch to hotspot. Manage wallet. So let me maybe disconnect this and connect again. Classic of a live demo, I think. Let's maybe proceed. Let me actually check that I have enough Holesky here. Yes, I have enough Holesky on the MetaMask wallet. And I'll just go ahead here and stake. Should have a transaction incoming in my wallet. And I'll execute this. This is something that I also want to warn you. Sometimes it disconnects the MetaMask wallet and you have to have it connected, so keep an eye on that one. And yeah, while this is processing, let's maybe wait until we have a successful transaction. Then I have a few. Okay, this was done successfully this time, and this is it, right? It spun up the validators behind the scenes. We deploy this in clusters on a cloud provider of our choice, and this is basically it. What happens next when you stake? The validator goes through an activation life cycle. It enters the activation queue. First of all, the deposit needs to be intercepted on-chain, so that also takes some time for that deposit to be intercepted, usually between 12 to 22 hours. And then as soon as the deposit has been intercepted on the beacon chain, the validator enters the activation queue, which also takes some time. And we actually provide the network parameters for activation as via our APIs. That is a function of how many validators are being spun up at the same time, or how many validators are exiting at the same time. Let's also have this interactive, so if you have any questions, feel free to just raise your hand and interrupt me anytime. But this is the entire staking process with Safe and Figment, done very smoothly in a couple of clicks. And to get insights on your staking rewards, you can come here to the dashboard, as you would not be able to see those in your Safe Wallet, and understand how many staking rewards have you earned. You would start earning attestation rewards immediately when the validator gets active, and then there are the higher rewards on the execution layer that are, of course, much juicier than the attestation rewards, but those don't happen very often. It's probabilistic, and it's all the probability for your validator to actually propose blocks and be lucky and perhaps also hit the MEV jackpot. So let me get back to the presentation now that we went through the demo. And as mentioned, feel free to interrupt me anytime. So, how should you think about, is this on? No? Hello? No? Okay. Maybe I'll take this one. How should you think about choosing the staking provider you want to stake with? As obviously, it's a lot of ETH, right? You can do the math. We're talking about multiples of 32 in this case. As mentioned, in the future, you'll be able to stake any amount of ETH. It's an important decision. And usually you will see that there is an APR number associated with any staking provider, that usually the staking provider is self-reporting. The beauty with the blockchains is that everything is publicly visible, and we do powerful indexing of the entire Beacon chain network, and we actually know what is the performance of our validators, what is the performance of another staking provider, and so on and so forth. How are we performing against the entire Ethereum validator network? As you know, there are more than 1 million validators right now that are contributing to increasing Ethereum's security. So you can see Figment is constantly outperforming the network, and we have never been slashed, as mentioned, ever since launching in 2018. Earlier this year, there was a lot of attention towards the bug that happened with Nethermind, and because that drew the attention towards Geth being a supermajority client, Figment made the public decision. We tweeted back in the days, I think in sometime February this year, that we would make a public commitment to moving away from Geth and also do a huge favor to the entire validator community, because then we would just reduce the number for Geth clients, right? And I'm happy to share that we are today Geth-free. We have moved entirely away from Geth, and we run other execution clients, and hope that is appreciated. And the beauty is that we can still maintain above network average rewards, so to say. We provide regular reports for how we're doing, how Figment validators are doing compared to the network, and all of these are public. You guys can see, and if you have questions on anything particular that you see on those reports, just feel free to reach out to us. What are other things that you should be mindful of? What is behind a number? What if a staking provider tells you, I have 4.4% of APY, or sometimes even 5%. I have seen that on Rated, which I thought was super odd. You should think that you should dig deeper. So you should find the reasons. How is a provider getting to those numbers? What are they doing? There are a lot of things that a provider could actually do. If you get down the MEV rabbit hole, the timing games rabbit hole, if you think of all the optimization strategies that a provider could do to increase the chances of proposing blocks, to improve their rewards overall, right? And I can share that our overall risk-adjusted strategy, because this is at the very core of the way we're thinking about performance for Ethereum rewards, is based on these pillars. Our multi-region strategy, our client diversity strategy, the safety over liveness strategy, and also MEV relay strategy. What are these? So multi-region strategy, super clear. AWS goes down. We have another cloud provider to spin up upcoming validators. We actually don't do any automated failovers because of our safety over liveness strategy, and we would prefer to be down because it's just a couple of cents that you would miss in staking rewards if we were to be down, rather than strive for that 100% liveness, right? It's riskier to optimize for that and to optimize for automated failovers, as it has a direct correlation with getting slashed, which we would never do, correct? Client diversity strategy, we moved away from Geth, as mentioned, but this doesn't mean that we would have like just another preferred execution or consensus clients. We typically would operate several of those. However, the most important thing was to get away from a supermajority client. None of the clients that we run right now is a supermajority client, both on the execution and the consensus layer. Our MEV relay strategy, we connect very mindfully with OFAC-compliant relays as we serve institutional clients, but also retail clients. And actually, if you think about it, I know that there is this whole ethos about censorship in Ethereum, right? But why would you actually connect to a non-OFAC-compliant relay that would perhaps pass through transactions that are coming or proposed from a sanction address, if you will? I think that is actually not helping the ecosystem overall. And in the MEV relay strategy, there is a lot of over-engineering that we're observing. So several providers actually fork MEV Boost, have their own parameterization, if you will, to play timing games that are risky. We saw a lot of missed proposals earlier this year when Denkun happened, because those providers were just pushing it to the limit, and then they missed proposals because they were delaying the proposal up to the very limit. But then Denkun also introduced delays on their side of the protocol, so that didn't help. We observe very carefully all of this data. We don't do any of that. We don't do over-engineering and forking, both on the consensus layer and on the execution layer, because we think that to get to the extra 0.1 basis points, or what you would earn from doing that, is riskier than actually having a clean implementation from the very beginning and just ensuring that you're running the validators in the correct manner, than over-engineering for it and then getting that, but then suddenly getting slashed. So it's all about risk-adjusted rewards, the best rewards over years, not months, not getting enthusiastic about hitting some jackpots, but then suddenly understanding that your engineering team could not keep up with testing of this new version of the relay that you needed to test back and deploy for the forked version of yours. As these are real struggles of engineering, and everyone knows that once you fork something, you also have to keep up with all of the updates and related. So this could most probably lead to failures. And as we know from experience, even professional staking providers got slashed. And almost in 99% of the cases, it's not that they did something malicious, but it was a configuration problem, or it was even a human error. So this also shows the maturity of the staking provider that you work with and the way that they think about a risk-adjusted philosophy in terms of operating their underlying validators and so on. I think I did not follow through the slides, and I touched upon everything on that main slide. But again, if you have any questions with regards to those pillars that actually contribute to the risk-adjusted strategy that I mentioned, just feel free to shoot away. I don't think that I forgot any important part for the upcoming slides. And yeah, so I hope that helps you make an informed decision whenever you are about to stake your ETH with someone, because obviously you want to have the best risk-adjusted ETH rewards that you deserve, and of course you don't want your underlying validators to get slashed, if that makes sense. Are there any questions that you guys may have? All clear. Last point is the entire effort we've done on the certification side of the story. We are SOC 2 Type 2 certified and ISO 20001. So these are all certifications that an institutional grade entity would appreciate when connecting and deciding to stake with a certain provider, because obviously they want their risk manager to talk to the counterparty risk manager on our side to ensure that there is a business continuity plan, to ensure that all of the boxes are checked, and it just increases the overall security posture of the underlying staking provider. Whenever they're able to provide such reports, whenever they're able to actually answer all of the questions that they get from a risk manager sitting at an institution, or even sometimes individuals are very mindful about this. So yeah, I think this is also why we say we are the complete staking provider solution for anyone that would actually be the ideal partner, not only for institutions but also individuals, so that you guys can earn the best risk-adjusted rewards long term. And with that, I maybe can wrap it up, and happy to get any questions either here or outside. Feel free to just hit me up, and yeah, enjoy the rest of SafeCon.